if you take a tool like a skew and place it on the workpiece on an angle, if the edge leans to the left, the tool will move or skate to the left. If the edge leans to the right, the tool leaned or skated to the right. I recognized then that it was important to make sure you keep that tool edge, that cutting edge, as vertical as you can. Now this applies to spindle turning as well as faceplate turning. A lot of raised fiber. We'll make one more cut on that. And now I'll set up the proper way to make a nice clean shoulder cut to clean up these rough edges with a skew chisel. So all the typical advice still is there. Make sure you have your thumb to act as a stop. Align the bevel. And with a skew chisel, you shouldn't take much. Then just go in about a 1/16 of an inch, rotate about a degree or two, and with the long point, come in, and that leaves a really beautiful surface. It's glass. So the same thing would apply to prevent escape when using a spindle gouge. The curved edge of the gouge is a little more difficult to explain, but if you keep the flute or the tops of the flute in the closed position and you lower the tool rest so that the tip enters the work at the equator, using my thumb as a stop, aligning the bevel, having the flute in the vertical position so you know it's closed, and the tip just entering the wood. You could actually take your thumb away. Once you get that bevel support, you could then rotate the handle, start picking up that nice shaving. But recognize that the bevel is still lined where it needs to be. And as you get down to the intersection, you might have to then close the flute again so that lower curved part doesn't interfere with the intersection. So when cleaning up the shoulder on the tailstock side, again, I always like to come across the main diameter to get rid of any fuzz. This allows you a good reference point. So now, of course, the bevel's going to be on the right side, and if the angle leans to the right, the tool will move to the right. If it leans to the left, it will lean to the left. And again, lining the bevel in the direction of where you want to cut with the flute closed, come in, and you get that neutralizing effect. Once you get that bevel to rub, the just cut surface acts as the stop. This is an underhand grip. I'm changing my grip because of the camera angle. I'll just come across to clean up this fuzz. It's a planing cut with a skew chisel, as you can imagine. And now I'll do the same thing now, of course, with the right side of the skew. Again, this time now you want to align the bevel. You want to take a very small cut, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. You can start higher, so lower the handle a bit. Align that bevel. And rotate the handle, in this case, a degree or so counterclockwise. And then move the tool forward and arc it down into that intersection using the long point. Let me clean this up. And that's the surface that you can get with that long point of the skew chisel. So I have written an article, and it's going to be in the June 2012 issue of American Woodturner, which is the journal of the American Association of Woodturners. It goes into more detail and has a lot of photographs And also we'll show you strategies for preventing spiral catches and face turnings. So I hope if you get a chance, you look at that. And I hope this little video was informative, and maybe it'll help you avoid a few of these spiral catches. Thanks for watching.